Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for energy check-in reading. This is a timeless reading, just looking at a development journey. Make sure you read through the description box below so that you know what planets to watch this series of readings for. And definitely check out my community board to stay up to date and in the loop on what you can expect from my channel moving forward. If you are new here, welcome. I'm very grateful you decided to check me out. Whenever you do find this reading, I do hope it finds you in the highest vibration possible. We're going to go ahead and get into our moment of gratitude, and that will look like me offering you guys 3 deep breaths. You are more than welcome to breathe along with me. You can do any other gratitude practices that feel right for you in the moment and your energy. Just do what you need to do in order to get grounded into your center and open yourself up to your higher guidance so that you absorb the energy and the messages meant for you through this reading, okay? So for those of you that will be joining me in the breath work, let's go ahead and prepare for our first deep breath by breathing out all the air in our lungs and pulling our belly buttons into our spines. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Last deep breath in. And breathe out. Alrighty, Gemini, we are going to be using a new tarot deck for this round of readings. Hi, Jmu. Hi, Galaxy20. Thank you for being here. We are going to be using the Tarot of the Divine to clarify your cosmic spread, but let's get into these cosmic messages first. Thank you so much, Divine, for clearing my energy. All right, and for connecting me in with the Gemini-Cancer Cusp Collective. What is important for Gemini-Cancer cuspers to know regarding their cosmic energy? What's connecting with them? Okay. So we have 9th house at the bottom of your deck. We have North Node, okay? Very interesting. Vibration of 41 breaks down to a 5, so definitely some evolution and some changing happening in your world currently or whenever you find this reading, okay? That is getting you more towards the path of your life's purpose, okay? I mentioned in the Gemini reading that I just did that some of you may want to rewatch or watch for the first time the lunar node shift reading that I did. You can find that on my homepage under the energy shift section of playlists. And it's really going to give you some insight, maybe some confirmations on what you're dealing with in the current energy, okay? Mind you, we are under this lunar node shift up until January 2022, okay? So we have a while with the North Node being in Gemini, but it feels like that's what's kind of active in your energy, things shifting, things changing in order for you to continue to fill your life purpose or to discover more of that life purpose, okay? You also have the Saturn return energy. Some of you, if your Saturn is, depending on the astrology you follow, but if your Saturn is in Sagittarius or Capricorn, you are either coming out of your Saturn return or you are moving into your Saturn return. And this is a 3-year span of gaining a lot of wisdom, gaining a lot of hard truths about self, learning a lot of hard truths, so that you can kind of mature, right? Really come into a more evolved, a more higher vibrational version of yourself here, okay? So for some of you, they're pointing out the green energy here. Some of you, this might require a heart chakra awakening. So if you've been feeling a lot of heaviness in the center of your chest, or now I'm no doctor, if it feels alarming, please go get yourself checked out. But if it's just like this energy that's kind of lingering over that heart chakra, you can definitely check out my chakra healing playlist for some heart chakra music that might kind of move that energy, move any of that heaviness, and lift that density up off of you, okay? And we also have the 11th house, the house of Aquarius here, vibration of 35. This is the house of friendships. Yeah, oh boy. Okay, I just heard some of you might be coming into, I'm going to put these in numerical order, okay? This does break down into an 8, okay? So this is centered around your abundance. Saturn return is 50, breaking down to a 5. So another energy of change here. And again, you do have the 9th house, Sagittarius energy, vibration of 33. It's a master number. Getting into alignment, again, getting your mind, body, soul in alignment for your destined purpose, I guess, in this life. Yeah, with life's purpose here. But this is telling me here that upon this Saturn return, if you're coming out of it, you've definitely have learned the value of true friendship through this Saturn return energy, right? What it means to be a friend, what type of friends you might be looking for, what type of friend you are yourself, okay? But it does feel like there are going to be some alliances that might be forming for you, Gemini, Cancer, that really are going to give you a sturdier foundation. And they're giving me the word village. So some of you might be walking into or connecting with or creating a village of support for yourself as things start to shift and move you towards your life purpose here with the North Node energy. Okay, so everything that is being presented to you in this now moment is the energy to get you going and get you forward towards whatever you are destined to fulfill here in this lifetime, okay? But it's what's really interesting, and I'm feeling this energy of like rites of passage. Because Saturn return is a rite of passage that everyone goes through at least twice in their lifetime. If you're blessed enough to live long enough, okay. And I'll say at least once in their lifetime, okay. On that note, but it feels like whatever this wisdom that's coming in from Saturn, whatever this aging, this evolution, it's really going to make your life's direction clearer. Okay, and I think that also might come with some friendships that will definitely support you towards this life purpose. Others of you, if you're entering your Saturn return, you might actually lose some friendships here, okay, that were keeping you from following your purpose in some way, shape, or form, okay, or keeping you off the path of your purpose. All right. Let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into these energies. Let's see what we need to know about the 11th house. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me what Gemini, Cancer cuspers need to know about the 11th house and friends. Okay. 7 of coins and the King of Wands. Okay. Also with death at the bottom of the deck. So King of Wands energy. This is the Phoenix energy in this particular deck. It's the Legend of the Phoenix, okay? It's really having this raw creative power within you, or tapping into that raw creative power within you to kind of rise from your ashes. And I do feel like for those of you that are coming out of your Saturn return, that was kind of the process. You had to go through that initiation of the Phoenix, right? Really burning away all old versions of yourself that no longer really spoke to you, no longer really satisfied you, no longer represented who you felt you were. And that takes a lot of courage, that takes a lot of bravery, okay? And that's why it's the King of Wands, okay? So you've definitely mastered this transition into your Phoenix energy, or whatever lesson was brought forward. And like I said, with the friendships, that could be what you had to learn. You had to learn how to let go of certain people, really how to recognize what was friendship, right? For some of you, and I can't pull away from that, it's like some of you really learned the meaning of the word friend. And that could have been a very painful situation. Again, this is Phoenix energy, so something did have to burn to ash in order for you to rise up out of it. But again, I think you came out on the other side a lot better for it, okay? So if that is in your rearview mirror, know that you've mastered the lesson. If this is energy you're headed for, right? My Saturn Capricorn folks, or Saturn Sag folks, depending again on the astrology you follow, then this is the lesson at hand, is how to take action, right? This is king energy, how to take action based off your spiritual intuition, how to find that courage, that bravery, and that optimism to go through massive change, right? The King of Wands is the king of embracing the ebbs and flows of life, really kind of conquering each shift as they come, okay? It's a high level of confidence. You also have the Seven of Coins here, which tells me that there are a lot of options here. And maybe, again, for some of you, it's being very invested in certain connections and relationships, but now being at this point where you have to figure out, what do I keep? What do I get rid of, right? It almost feels like the divine is guiding you or telling you not everybody can go with you on this journey, right? And you're feeling that and you're sensing that. So pay attention to what you feel. Okay, pay attention to what's actually materializing between you and these friendship connections, right? Is there a lot of growth between you and these friends? Is there stagnancy, right? Do they motivate you? Do they support you? Do they criticize you? Do they, understand you at all, right? Like, what are the different levels of friendship that you do have connected to you in the moment, and what is worth your time and what isn't, okay? Bottom of the deck here, you have death, and this is just further confirming that there will be a lot of transformation energy in the realm of your friendships, right? You are evolving here, Gemini Cancer, and that often means you are going to grow apart from certain people. Certain people might grow with you, right? So take it how it resonates, but if you are called to let go by any means, right? This particular card in this deck talks about a loss of innocence. So these could be losing childhood friends, right? People who you've known all your life, but again, are growing apart from. And rather than holding on to it just because of the history, it's acknowledging the fact that your spirit is leading you in another direction, and that's the direction you need to follow. Okay, so embracing that change, embracing that death process, okay? Let's look into North Node. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me what Gemini Cancer cuspers need to know about North Node energy and life's purpose in the now moment. Please show me what Gemini Cancer cuspers need to know about North Node and life's purpose energy in the now moment. Okay. Hermit at the bottom of the deck. You do have the Four of Coins, okay? And this is telling me, for some of you, you might fear like a lack of protection. Some of you might even be struggling to connect to the energy around you, okay? And again, this is what I was talking about of not wanting to let go of connection situations, people, or investments that you've put a lot of energy behind, you've put a lot of work into, right? And again, I feel like holding on to these particular friendships might be actually blocking you from your life's purpose, okay? And again, that would be up for you to discern, but that's just what I'm getting with that vulture energy. It's like fearing that you're not going to have enough, fearing like, if I do let go of this friendship, then I won't have any friends, right? Or if I do, embark on whatever the divine is asking me to change and transform within myself, that it's actually going to put me in a space of lack, like I'm gonna fall below where I am now, right? And so that's a consciousness that you definitely want to address this season, Gemini Cancers, okay? You also have the Queen of Cups, okay? This is kind of like a counselor energy. Some of you might want to seek counseling as far as your life's purpose goes. If some of you are struggling with direction, which that energy popped out in the Gemini reading, then try to look into getting some career counseling. Have those opportunities or those connections where you can get career counseling on what path you want to see yourself go down. Others of you, this could just be needing to get counseling around why you have this fear of letting go, and why you hold on to certain things, or they're giving me the word hoard. So I don't know if some of you guys are maybe, are very sentimental in some way, right? Where you like to hold on to things that feel nostalgic. You like to, you can't really see yourself letting go something that maybe, again, you've invested in, you've worked very hard for, or put a lot of effort into. And I think that offering yourself grace, offering yourself compassion in the moment, again, knowing that this death process has to happen. You cannot cheat death. You cannot avoid the death and transformations that are scheduled for you. Um, but ultimately, it's just needing to get a little bit of emotional guidance or clarity around what does feel right for you and what doesn't, and why you feel that way, right? So not just acknowledging your triggers here, Gemini Cancer, if having to let go or having to transform some friendships or move on from some friendships is triggering for you. It's not necessarily, it's not just acknowledging the trigger, it's really becoming aware of why, right? What's the root of that trigger? What's below the emotion? Um, and that speaks to who you are, Gemini Cancer, okay? And whatever you reveal out of that work, whatever you see, there's no shame, there's no judgment on that, right? It's just, it is what it is. So the more you kind of address what makes you feel like you want to hold on and avoid these transformations, okay? Or the more you understand, again, for some of you, this is a past energy, right? You're coming out of your Saturn return. So you've learned that lesson of having to let go in order to gain more, right? There has to be some form of sacrifice. And I think that that's for some of you what you might be struggling with here. Like, I don't know what to sacrifice, right? Like, I don't know what to cut, what to keep. So there's, again, and I feel like I said this a lot in the Gemini reading too, there's a need to really follow your emotional body and your intuition here, because it is definitely telling you and guiding you. So again, with these friends, what is growing between you? What is the facet or the function of these connections, right? Is it just surface? Is this someone you can trust? Is it not, right? Like really doing inventory on that, okay? And then you have the Hermit, Virgo energy. Okay, so some of you are definitely meant to live a non-traditional lifestyle. That's what this is telling me. And what that means is, again, some of you aren't meant for the corporate world, the 9 to 5, you know, living out the American dream in that way where you just work and then you retire and then all of that. Some of you, that's not your path. Others of you, especially with this Queen of Cups, there might be a path of like what your life's purpose is. And I don't know if some of you are interested in that or wanting to kind of know, but what I'm seeing is that there is some sort of counseling, whether this is spiritual counsel, whether this is, I just heard counseling children, okay, especially with this Four of Coins, whether this is counseling, you know, they're giving me domestic violence, right, like being a social worker in some way. It's off the beaten path for you, right? It's not adhering to something traditionally, okay? So that's something that I feel is really important for you to know. So if you feel guided to do something that is a little bit more in the realm of maybe holistic health or spirituality, right? Don't ignore those nudges, okay? Really do your research behind it. Really see what would work and what would feel right for you, because some of you might be destined to be counselors. When it comes to spirituality, or when it comes to, again, the healing the heart, it could even be energy work, right? Some of you, if you have an interest in that, please keep researching it, because it definitely feels like it's a part of your path in some way, shape, or form. Okay, Gemsters? Let's look into the Saturn return energy. Beautiful. You have the Ace of Coins. Okay, so again, another card of a lot of change. What else does Gemini Cancer need to know? And the Two of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck and the Nine of Coins. Right, so this opportunity here that's coming in with this Saturn return, or what you've gained out of your Saturn return. Again, like I said, there's two groups here. Some of you coming out and some of you going in. The opportunity that you have here that's being given to you by the divine with this Ace of Coins is to make serious lifestyle changes. Okay, again, mirrored with the Hermit energy, mirrored with the Death card. Really evolving past your current self, right? Really expanding your awareness, really expanding your knowledge, right? But also giving you an opportunity here to plant a seed, right? To plant a seed is actually going to lead you to a new form of independence. That could also be what this Hermit is about, guiding you to be independently driven, some way, shape, or form, however it resonates, okay? Remember, this is a general reading. So you have the Two of Swords here, needing to make a decision, needing to find clarity, needing to sort through some choices, and again, follow your sword of truth. Okay. Um, if it's unclear what your truth is, that's where that hermit energy comes in, right? That's where your guides, your angels, your ancestors can help you. Ask for signs, right? Build a language with them. I talked a lot about that in my readings like last year, really building a language with your angels and your ancestors and the divine so that you can know what they're trying to communicate with you or when they are trying to talk to you. So what I mean by that is asking the divine, okay, show me a particular number sequence when I need to do this. So if I need to move forward or I'm overthinking something, show me 777 or show me 555, right? You can build that connection with your divine and they will show up for you in those ways that you're asking and that you're kind of communicating with them. Some of you, that's what's going to help you make these decisions here. Okay, is just being very aware of the energy around you. You see all that fire, right? Being very connected to the spirit around you and what spirit's trying to tell you. And that could also be the lesson of this Saturn return for those going in, is how to follow your own intuition, how to be decisive in what feels right for you and what doesn't, how to connect better with your angels, your guides, and your ancestors. That's what's going to offer you this new opportunity, this new pentacle, this lifestyle change that's really going to be very abundant for you, because again, you have the 9 of coins at the bottom of that deck. Okay. 9 of coins, independent energy. This particular story is someone, determined to grow their own watermelon garden, got laughed at, got ridiculed, right? Like, oh, that's such a silly idea. Actually ended up being very abundant, growing very lush and delicious watermelons, and now services the whole village, even their ruler, right? So, and that's kind of the story behind this card, but that's what this Ace of Coins feels like. The divine gifting you an opportunity that is a chance to plant something, grow something, create something new, that will not only benefit you, but benefit those around you, right? But the source and the idea, the action has to be taken from you, Gemini Cancer, okay? And I think that that's just what's just coming out really clear in this Saturn return, right? Just really learning how to discern your own path. Let's go ahead and see what messages your angels and ancestors have for you, Gemini Cancer, and we will wrap your reading. Thank you so much, Divine. Wow, Hermit came out again. Some of you really, really need to rest and recharge here. Retreat as well. Thank you so much, Divine. Please show me any messages the angels and ancestors of the Gemini Cancer Cusp Collective may have for them in this now moment, okay? What messages? Okay, beautiful. Yeah, holistic stuff, absolutely. First card to flip out here, you have the Hermit, okay? Retreat and recharge. And I think that, again, this might be what some of your Saturn return lessons will be centered around, how to actually retreat, how to actually recharge your energy. And that's kind of, definitely watch the Gemini reading if you haven't already, because the sixth house of routine came out. It's also Virgo energy. So it's almost like here, the Hermit, double Hermit, sixth house energy is really going to be important for you. But it's the energy of routine. Some of you really want to start building, again, a routine that connects you to the divine daily. And again, maybe even building a routine of communication with the divine, okay? You also have spring here. See your seeds grow. That's definitely that Ace of Pentacles, that Ace of Coins coming in, okay? So it feels like as spring starts to kind of really become real, really tangible in the atmosphere, you're really going to start to see things change and shift within your vibration, Gemini Cancer. And a lot of that changing and shifting is energy that or seeds that you've planted previously. So some of you are really going to get a return on an investment here. Some shadow work that you've been doing, I can sense that too. It's definitely going to be paying off. You're going to start seeing those denser energies lift off of you. Okay. And your intuition and your guidance and your mental clarity is going to be a lot more tangible than maybe it has been in the past. Okay. You also have Oracle. Wait for important information. And this is what I also feel like this kind of came out in Gemini's reading. So again, definitely check that out if you feel called to. But there's this need to, again, and I feel like you are the oracle, Gemini Cancer. So, and this is what I'm talking about. Your ability to build a language with the divine energy around you is the kind of the missing piece here. Okay. Incorporating and co-creating with spirit when it comes to this new coin, when it comes to this new path, when it comes to this death and these changes. And even with, for those of you who really feel connected with that energy of having to transform some friendships and relationships, take your time with that, right? Don't be hasty with those decisions, but wait for the information that you need. So again, there's a need to ask your angels and your guides to give you clarity around who needs to stay, who doesn't, and wait for those answers. Okay, but definitely some of you could benefit from building that language with your guides and your angels, so that you can kind of know, you know, how to better navigate whatever energy is coming your way or whatever you're feeling in the moment, and also use your angels and your guides, because they are ready to help you and serve you whenever you're ready and whenever you ask them to. Okay, to give you that important information on how to kind of navigate that. Yeah, we'll leave it at there. Alrighty, Gemini Cancers, this has been your energy check-in reading. I hope you found this helpful and insightful, and maybe filled with some confirmation on what you got going on in this season of your life whenever you do see this reading. Thank you, Jmu and Galaxy, for hanging out here with me. Thank you so much for your time. Anyone else who has watched this. And I will, as always, have your oracle cards posted on my Instagram page at Cusp of Roses. So if you'd like to follow me over there, just to look at what the book says about these cards, just for additional information or confirmations, you are more than welcome to give me a follow over there. But if not, Gemini Cancers, I will see you all in your next reading, okay? Namaste.